Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade. Now, as you know, this is the final countdown to how Batman retired and what happened to Jason in the Frank Miller universe. Now, I know Linkar's reviewed some of Frank Miller's work with All-Star Batman and Robin and that, so this one actually seems a bit more well done, a bit more well received, given the fact that it doesn't seem like Frank Miller's actually writing these stories. Let's get on the story. So, it starts off how near a door, some people are talking, and inside is a team of SWAT team taking in the Joker, and pretty much everyone looks inside, and Joker says, "Done it! You've proved science is quickly." And in the end is left into Arkham. Now, meanwhile, two news people are talking about Batman's sidekick, Robin, and Batman, and how they took down Joker. And pretty much this has Robin dragging him by the neck or something. I'm surprised Batman is willingly to do this. This could mean that Crazy Steve had probably grew some balls and actually been a bit more sensible. And pretty much they're talking about how this has happened and how they're talking about child endangerment and talking about the whole mothers against Batman. So meanwhile, Batman wakes up a little knocked out, and Batman tells Jason just to get ready for breakfast and stuff. And meanwhile, Batman slowly talking to himself, saying, "Yeah, Jason, we didn't get them all. The hot steaks were the men's concern." So he manages to have a quick shave and leaves. I think Alfred looks a little concerned about Bruce, because, again, when you get older, you get slower. And when you get slower, you know sometimes it's time to give things up. So meanwhile, Bruce Wayne and Jason are training out, and Jason manages to knock him down, but Batman, or Bruce Wayne, manages to find a way to beat Jason and knocks him down. And meanwhile, Alfred has some bad news, and it's about one of Bruce Wayne's friends. Where it turns out that he ended up drowning himself, and his friend's wife is pretty much upset about this, saying, "Mimi, I'm so sorry." "Oh, Bruce. And she's saying that something had happened and didn't know what happened. So, meanwhile, the Jokers show up in a area and Batman gets into action. Jason and Batman go into the warehouse, taking on the Joker gang. And they manage to get away in a heavy armored vehicle. Batman and Robin get into action. Well, pretty much damaging property in the woodworks. They manage to capture two of the Jokers. One manages to sneak up, but Jason kicks him down, which probably hurts like hell. I can't imagine how that must feel. And I think Batman realizes that Jason's going down a dark path. This is much like what happened in the main DC universe. So meanwhile, Joker's talking about Robin and pretty much talks about that he's going to plan to kill him, but he does it in a somewhat story. And he says, "He was what?" So pretty much Joker leaves. Everyone's saying he was what? And everyone was just saying it like some sort of big answer. And meanwhile, Bruce Wayne and Serena are in bed. They're talking about how they're getting older and not getting any younger. And Batman points out that sometimes it's this life. Now, we're shown a propaganda video where the Mothers Against Batman make a fake video and how Batman beats the merciful crap out of children. This is all propaganda, because Batman is many things, but he wouldn't beat up children for the fun of it. So, meanwhile, a guy's holding his wife hostage, saying that he's doing it for her. And pretty much Robin gets into action, and pretty much takes him down and throws Batarang right into his arm. That probably hurts like hell. And Batman says, Robin, you could have just knocked the gun out of his hand, I suppose. And you think about it, he's probably realized that he doesn't care about hurting others. So pretty much, Batman is doing some research, and he realizes that Poison Ivy's behind something. And pretty much, as well, in Arkham, a guy bit his hand off saying he was delicious, and it implies Joker used some sort of Joker toxin to make him eat himself. You think about it, how jacked up do you have to be to eat your own hand? So meanwhile at the Batmobile, Batman and Robin get ready to take on Poison Ivy, but they go to one of her informants, which are Waylon Jones, Killer Croc, who knocks out a guy and probably killing him. And Batman gets into a fight with Killer Croc, and pretty much Batman tries to take him down, but it's too strong for him and gets thrown right across the room. Batman throws some boxes at him, puts him back up, and meanwhile the GCPD show up, where Batman gets away, but Robin says, No, you are not. I don't listen. And you think about it, he's putting himself in danger, and this is going to be his downfall. So meanwhile, Serena and Nat are talking, saying, I don't want to quit. You're addicted. And he points out that being Batman is his life. So meanwhile, at the news station, everything's going on, where one of Killer Croc's victims and the guy who caught me up, going and that. And meanwhile, makes it into the Gotham Park. Meanwhile, during Nights Out, Joker manages to cause a riot, and everyone is pretty much gonna get murdered out there. And Joker gets away unconspicuously. You'd think the Arkham staff would be more well equipped. Meanwhile, Poison Ivy has seduced everyone into believing that, and introducing them. Robin and Batman get into action to take on Poison Ivy. Robin gets into work, takes down all of the guys, but even though they're mind controlled, Batman knows this isn't right. And pretty much puts him down, and Batman says, Robin, that's enough! And so, Killer Croc tries to muscle him down, but Batman takes him down, knocks him back up, and also takes down Killer Croc easily. Where Robin takes on Poison Ivy, Batman manages to beat Killer Croc, pretty much becoming more like Jason Todd. So pretty much, Poison Ivy has tangled up Robin, but this is about that she's about to kill the boy Wonder. Batman yanks her hair down, knocks her down, and takes out. Meanwhile, the news team, the Arkham staff report about Joker escaping during a mass breakout. And back at the Batcave, Batman is getting his body repaired. And pretty much, Batman berates Jason for his actions and saying that he's not going after the Joker. And so he goes out, wanting to prove himself. And pretty much, Batman points out that you haven't seen him out there in the field, Alfred. He's not ready. And maybe he never will be. You think about it, shouldn't Batman try and talk with Jason, or better yet, confront him about this? Because, I don't know, you should help him improve his behaviour. So Jason does the most dumbest thing, and goes after Joker himself. Batman and Alfred are talking. Jason goes through, and pretty much, this is about to capture the Joker. A group of his henchmen beat the crap out of him, and this will change everything for the Dark Knight years later. And that's the story of what happened to Jason Todd. in the Dark Knight trilogy. Now, what do I think? The story is pretty good because it's kind of like a filler and also a good prequel in a way. We find out what happened to Jason and the consequences that's going to come out of this. So in general, I give this a good thumbs up. Still good, still great, still done well. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.